Hello. It's time for Mindful Music Moments. And this week we are listening to Folk Symphony by the composer Sobande. It was composed in 1960, and it comes to us thanks to our partner, the Cleveland Orchestra. Fela Sowande was a musician and composer from Nigeria. He traveled around the world composing, teaching, and performing music and received many awards for his work. He composed this special music to celebrate the country of Nigeria's independence on October 1st, 1960. So let's get ready to listen. Place your feet on the floor, hands on your lap or on your desk. Sit up nice and tall. Close or focus your eyes and find your breath moving in your body. For our first time listening, let's place one or both of our hands on our chest and feel the movement of breath and heartbeat along with this music. Fantastic job. We'll be back tomorrow with more mindful music moments from the Cleveland Orchestra.
Good evening. even though it's very clearly the afternoon. Welcome to UCS Good News. It's our weekly live show where we highlight positive news stories from all over the school community. And do you remember it's the 21st day of September today? So, in honor, this week we reached out to you and your earth, your wind, your fire. We asked you to share the good news, and the response, as always, was elemental. We always say on the show that we get to share the good news, but you are the good news. So, on behalf of myself, the entire UCSGN production crew, Maurice White, and the band, we want to say thank you to everybody who submitted a positive news story this week. And with that, it is time for some good news. Okay, we hosted our annual Grandparents' Day and Special Persons Day event at UCS, and it was a grand time indeed. These third graders, for example, were enjoying a fun game of red light, green light on Grandparents' Day. Looks like we caught them at a red light here. And then here are some photos from Grandparents' Day in room 216. We've got some hugs, some group work on the carpet. We're showcasing some student work samples. Another photo opportunity here. Thanks to 16s for sharing. Ships Ahoy! Tuesday was International Talk Like a Pirate Day, and to loosely mark the occasion, last week a group of 15 land-loving middle school students boarded the World War II submarine, the USS Cod, in downtown Cleveland. The cod, as everyone knows, is Captain Hook's very favorite fish. Luckily, no one was lost at sea during the trip to visit the cod. Now, we have a pretty low bar for pirate jokes in the studio here, but here are a couple. How much did the pirate pay for his ear piercings? A buccaneer. Why do pirates bury their treasure 18 inches under the ground? Because booty is only shin deep. Okay, speaking of ships, students in fifth grade science did an experiment using the scientific process to find out how many pennies a homemade foil boat could take on before it sunk. Students built their own boats and completed the experiment in groups to observe how different designs held up. When I asked the winning team how they came up with their design, they said they just used common sense. That's right, everybody. Common sense. Okay, it was Kahoot, Scoot, and Boogie time in Miss McIntyre's class this week. This wasn't an easy gift to find, Miss McIntyre, but fifth graders played Kahoot to showcase their science knowledge, and these are all the winning Kahoot scooters captured on film. Congratulations to the young scientists. Okay, it was just another Manus Monday on the playground this week. Some third graders from room 219, Max, Mason, Ezra, and Aiden, were investigating and protecting a praying mantis they found on the lacrosse field during recess. Now, there's something curious about that mantis. I can't quite put my finger on it. Here's another angle for you. Mike, Jack, and Gabriel, in second grade, also discovered the praying mantis on the lacrosse field during recess. And as I'm sitting here, I still think there's something a little strange about that mantis. Can we zoom in a little bit? Let's take a closer look through the UCSGN microscope, see what we can observe here. Okay, turning up the magnification now. Oh, I thought so. It looks like we've got a Honey, I Shrunk the Harley situation. The mantis was hitching a ride on the back of Mr. Taylor's motorcycle, apparently, across the lacrosse field. I wonder where they were headed. If you have ideas about their travels, share them with us here at UCSGN at urbancommunityschool.org, and we'll share your ideas on the show next week in a segment we'll call Where in the World Are Mr. Taylor and the Praying Mantis? Okay. All right, can we kick it at UCS? Yes, we can. Levi in Miss Antel's class earned his orange belt in karate this week. He also received a certificate that he shared with his class. Speaking of belts, what do you call a belt with a clock on it? A waste of time. All right, last week we were very excited to roll out the new Simply the Vest segment. Sadly, we received no Simply the Vest submissions this week. So to inspire you, I'm going to show you this joyous photo once again. You too could smile this proudly, everybody. All it takes is a branded upper body garment with no sleeves. We give vests out to just about everybody who enters the facility here. Invest in your personal well-being and share a Simply the Vest photo with the show next week. All right, time for a fall sports update. Congratulations to the 4th and 5th grade boys cross-country runners for their first place team finish at Lorain Community College last Sunday. The runners are Caleb T, Ben D, Waylon S, Jackson B, Grady H, Micah T, Simon K, Kelvin L, Kieran M, and they all struck a pose in the photo for you. Also, while we only have 2 5th grade girls running cross-country this year, it's clear that Sayla B and Lydia W are having a great experience and developing a pretty solid wolf pantomime. I'm picking these guys for my team the next time we play UCS Animal Charades. All right, now it's time to celebrate our readers and writers in a segment we're calling It Could Be Verse. Students in 4th grade began their CKLA quest. Their job was to use their new personal narrative writing skills to open the contraption. What's inside is still a big mystery, and we're going to leave you with that cliffhanger until next week. Okay, time for Teamwork Makes the Dream Work, where we highlight UCS students working together to tackle a project or problem. During free choice time in Miss Allison's class, Maybrini, Natalia, and Carlisle worked as a team to put together a big floor puzzle. It is a very big floor puzzle. It takes 6 hands to hold it up. Twinning continues to be winning at UCS. Don't believe me? Well, here you go. Twinning is winning. Twinning is winning, and tripling is extra fun with these middle schoolers, Yasmin, Aubrey, and Shemaya. Ellie and Emmy in kindergarten are twinning with their pigtails and bows. Miss Burns, 2nd graders were excited to show off their green this week, and I know at least one vegetable that was green with envy. Case closed. 6th graders once again put Columbus on trial for the deaths of thousands of Taino people. They did a fantastic job revealing the negative choices made by Spanish colonizers. Thanks for sharing, Mr. Hurley. Do you have continent confidence? How fast can you identify the continents and oceans of the world? 6th graders Maya and Cortland named them in 14 seconds flat, which is pretty impressive. All right, time for an update from Turtleback Farm. For your reference, Leonardo is throwing seeds and pulling weeds in this graphic. 7th grade weeding and discovering insects at Turtleback Farm. They seem to be pointing at something on the leaves here. Again, it's a little hard to make out. Maybe let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. What's on the leaf? Oh, look at that. It's Mr. Taylor and Mantis again. Boy, they've made quite a bit of progress from earlier in the episode. Thanks for sharing. Okay, we got a special request this week. Can you please share this video to UCS Good News? It's a pretty cool video. It's sort of like what did the internet look like in 2013 video. Unfortunately, thank you for submitting this week, but I could not get that video to format correctly on the show. So we'll have to try to work that in for next week. All right. There was no getting fitty with it footage this week, so I'll leave you with just this, the big Mr. B fist bump. Okay, and that's it for this edition of UCSGN. See you next week. Same good news time, same good news